So, Columbina has finally arrived and she's one of my most long awaited characters. In today's video, I'm going to be pulling, building and testing on a variety of teams to find out if she's worth your precious promo gems. My biased opinion is yes. Yes, she is. But I do have to prove it to you. So without further ado, let's get into the video, shall we? I have to say though, her animations are so beautiful. Like damn. And her weapon is actually so beautiful too. She's so cute though. She's actually very gorgeous. Yeah, I'm in love. What is the team going to be? Columbina skill burst. Nefer skill burst. Llama burst. Hold E.
Absorption test. Swirl. Mark 2. Stand clear. One heart. We pray. Absorption test. Enhanced animal module 7.
Damn. Yeah, I'm in love. Let's just get to the polling, shall we? Okay, ladies and gents, we have a goal. And that goal is Columbina. May the moon goddess shine upon us. Anyways, we have about 189 pulls. And I believe I'm about 10 PT into the banner. Yeah, 10 PT into the banner. Hopefully, this goes well. Let's just get into it. That's 20. I want to see what first I get first. Wheat seeds, that's nice. I need more wheat seeds on my account. Although I do have C6 Fishu and Setos, so if I could get more of them, that would be nice because that means I could get pulls back for what I'm spending. 30. That is C3 Ifa. 40. Oh, nice. 50. That is C4 Ifa. 60. Please bless me with an early? No. Okay, I guess it's the usual routine. Can I at least please win the 50-50? 70. Oh my god. Hey guys. Oh my god. Columbina, please. I am one of your devoted.
You can call me Columbina, or Kutar, or Moon Goddess. Whatever you prefer. I'm used to having many names. The moon's blessing is yours, whenever you might find yourself in need.
Finally, a 50-50 win. Ah, I can't remember the last time I had one. Is that all? 70 PT Columbina. Oh wow. Oh wow. Alright. That means I get to save so many more pools just for Zibai. I'm so happy about that because Zibai's banner is actually kind of cracked. Although I am tempted a bit to just make like maybe one temple or Nefer banner to see if I might get that. Maybe just one temple. I highly doubt, but you never know. Yeah. Llama, thank you. Guys, ladies, we have ourselves a Columbina. She's so ethereal. Oh my god. Well guys, know what happens next? Now, we build. Okay, starting with the levels as usual. Taking us straight up to 90. Next up, weapon. I have Nefer signature for DPS. I could also just use the Dawning Frost, which actually looks amazing on her. And I also have the classic prototype Amber. Sorry, Novelette. I'm going to be using this from now on. I'll level up the other one for you. And prototype Amber is actually really good on her because it gives her a lot of HP while also helping her with the energy restoration. Next, artifacts. Let's just set this to Silken Moon, yeah, because I'm going to be running now on the support set. I have a Nefer team, so I feel like this just makes it a lot easier for me. So artifacts, I'm going to be running on Silken Moon Serenade because I want that to be on the support set. This is my circlets, goblets, sands. This is actually a very insane sand. This is the best sands I have on my account. I'm so happy I can finally get to use it. Feather and flower. You can also use the Night of the Skies Unveiling if you want to play her for DPS. I also have a set built for her on that. And then there's also the new set, but I don't have any of the pieces, so I'm going to have to come back for that later. Anyways, next up, we round up with the talents. I'm not too sure what the other priority for our talents is, but I believe it's the skill and then the burst. The burst is where most of our buffing power comes from, and then the skill is where most of our damage comes from. You can also level up normal attacks if you want to play as an on-field DPS, which I am going to do personally. I already have an amazing DPS build built for her, so be looking forward to that. But anyways, oh yeah, I'm correct then. So I guess we'll do the skill first. And then from there I'll decide on which of them I want to get to level 8. I already pre-farmed pretty much every single material she needs, except from the weekly boss because that one's new. That boss was such a pain in the bum. I want to get her skill to 8. Yeah, this is interesting. I could get her skill and boss to level 8, or I could get her skill to level 9 and then leave her normal attacks at level 6. I'm not sure which one to go for. I think I'd rather like to just divide both of them at the same time. So yeah, I'll just get this one to 8. Good. So when I get the next one, I'll get her skill to level 9. So yeah, I think this is kind of my build for now. Level 90 out of 90. 69.7 to 187.6. 204.8 ER. Weapon. Prototype Amber. Artifacts. Silken Moon Serenade. Talent 688 for now. And I still managed to get 35k HP, which ensures that I get the full Lunar reaction damage buff from her burst. And also something to keep in mind is that her skill also gives about 15% crit rate. So that means this my 69.7, just add plus 15 from the skill. Very cracked Columbina. I guess the next thing now for us to do is look at her teams. This is meant to be Nefer's current best team, I would imagine, at least damage wise. So what I'd like to do now is I'd like to compare having Aino on the team instead of Columbina and see how much of a DPS increase Columbina is from Aino. Okay, this is going to be the first team we're going to be running. Let's call it Lunar Bloom Raw. As for the builds, starting with Nefer, she's going to be on her signature weapon, Night of the Skies Unveiling artifact sets, double crowned. Nahida is going to be on Sacrificial Fragments, Deepwood full EM. Lauma going to be on Etherlight Spindleloots, full EM SMS. And Aino is going to be on the Flame Forged event weapon with instructors. Let's get to the testing, shall we? Okay, so Nefer's skill into Nahida, into Lauma, into Aino, into Nefer charge attack, not too bad, but if you noticed, the boss was slightly outside the radius of Aino's Hydra application, which is something very detrimental for Nefer, as she needs a lot of Hydra to be able to consistently carry out her charge attacks. And conveniently, Columbina fixed that for us. So let's bring out the Bina. With Columbina on the team, things are going to be a bit different. Since Columbina is going to become our SMS holder, it means Llama can no longer use the set as SMS doesn't stack. Instead, Llama is going to be running on 2-piece 2-piece EM to further buff her quills, which she gives to Nefer to increase overall damage. Let's put it to the test, shall we? For the sake of consistency, I'm just going to go through the dog boss again, so I guess we'll see how it goes. Although this time the rotation is different. Nefer into Columbina, into Nahida, into Llama, into Nefer charge attack. Damn. Practically a whole full rotation and the boss is already dead. That's crazy. And here's a quick side by side so you can see exactly what I mean. That's quite the improvement, to be honest. Yeah, Columbina definitely makes the team a lot smoother to play. Not to mention, she also has her own personal damage that she also contributes to the team, which increases it even more. And also, keep in mind, Columbina is still only 8-8 in her skill and burst. With the burst buffing Nefer's damage, which means she could actually do even more damage, while also having more personal damage as well. Now, something else I'd like to try out actually is the new boss that came out with this patch. I'm not really sure what to expect with the boss, but I do know that it's going to be coming in Stygian next. So let's just see how it goes, I guess. I have to say though, I do love the design of the boss. Ouch. Oh wow. And it's dead. Just completely eviscerated it. Oh, okay. I know it has a kind of mechanic, but I guess we just kill it so fast I don't even get a chance to use it. What now? How about? Yeah, how about? What if we try DPS Columbina? That's something I've honestly really been looking forward to trying. I want Columbina to be an on-fielder. Let's do it. Let's make it work. For DPS Columbina, this is the team we're going to be running. Columbina is going to be our on-fielder, essentially replacing Nefer. Nahida is going to be providing us with a lot of EM. Llama is going to be doing Llama things, and Kukishinobu is going to be our support. This is practically the same team you would run if Nefer was the main DPS instead and near the healer. As for the builds, Columbina is going to be running Prototype Amber. I do still have some other weapon choices, but I'm going to keep those for later. My artifacts, I'm going to be using Knight of the Skies Unveiling. And as for my stats, this is my circlet, my goblet, my sands, my feather, and my flower. As for my overall stats, this is my ratio, 34.3 over 200.1 with 130% ER, which I feel is the perfect amount for if you want to bust every rotation. As for Naida, she's going to be using the Deepwood. Llama is going to be on SMS, and Kukishinobu is going to be on Instructors, with Sapwood Blade to give us a bit more EM. And with that said, let's see how this goes. Columbina skill into burst, into Naida skill into burst, into Llama burst, into hold skill, into Cookie skill, and then we're just gonna spam charge attacks with Columbina. I'd say we almost had it. Wow, that's a lot of damage. Almost, just almost. I feel like if the boss didn't dodge that other time, we probably could have killed it in one rotation. But honestly, not too bad, seeing as she's on the free-to-play weapon like Prototype Amber. And keep in mind also, her talent is still just level 6. Probably by the time we max it out, she actually could do a lot more damage with something as cheap as Prototype Amber. But now, for something more impressive, let's try out Nefer's signature. And overall stats? Looking very juicy, I would say. Now we're going to go through the rotation same as before, and just see how much more damage she's going to do now. Oh wow. Damn, okay. That's a lot more damage. Holy. Yeah, I guess for our DPS playstyle, she definitely just gets a huge boost if you use a crit weapon on her. Like her own signature, for example, or even Nefer's signature, which I think is probably like the second best option for her. And also keep in mind though, without Llama, Columbina sucks as a main DPS. I don't think she can do more than maybe like 3Ks in her charge attacks, even with being buffed and everything, maybe just like up to 10k at most if we're being generous. But with all that said and done, let's go to the final testing site, the Spiral Abyss. Honestly, the Spiral Abyss enemies don't even look too bad this patch. The most annoying one for me is probably going to be like the cactus, I think. But you know, now that I have Columbina, I'm actually thinking of a pretty interesting team idea to deal with this one specifically. Anyways, with this, the team should be covered. But why do I get the sneaking suspicion they're going to steamroll? Let's begin, shall we? Damn, Nefer hits hard. Nice. And that's the end of that. Needless to say, Columbina made my Nefer team really cracked. But now, something else I'd like to do is see how well she fares in Spiral Abyss on her own. So what we're going to do, we're going to replace Nefer and we're going to run Columbina as our main DPS and see how well she does. Okay, let's see how this goes, shall we?
The light will never die! I stand against the long night and purge the darkness!
With one heart, we pray. Branches
Damn. Ow. Oh shit. And he's gone.
One heart, one prayer. Stand with me!
Holy shit, man. That's a lot of damage.
For the everlasting curse. Surge. Rumors converge. Share my knowledge. By the frost moon of old, receive my dissipate.
Not bad. Not bad at all. She does very decent damage. Obviously, the damage isn't as upfront as Nefer, but it's pretty good. Probably a lot better with her signature weapon, but I feel like even with just prototype Amber, she'll still do good enough anyways. Now, Columbina may not be as strong as Nefer in terms of raw damage, but I do think she does fairly well as a carry. If you didn't pull any Nocturne characters such as Nefer or Flins, I don't think you can use Columbina as your main DPS. The most important thing though is to have Lunar, because Lunar buffs Columbina by a lot in order for her to perform the damage she does. Without Lunar, you're not going to be doing much damage on Bina. In fact, you're not going to be doing more damage on her at all. So I honestly would recommend getting Lunar if you don't have her and would like to make Columbina a main DPS, or just simply getting Lunar to make Columbina stronger. Anyways, with that said, there's still one more team I'd love to show you guys, the secret team I told you about that I came up with. So, I need to create some sort of Lunar charge team since I don't have Flins and Nefer to deal with the content that requires it, and this is pretty much what I came up with. Chlorine is going to be our main DPS, and she's going to be using the finale of the deep and running the Nocturne DPS set. If you notice, my attack stance is currently unleveled, but that's because I'm trying to save resources for Sibai. Her talents are 10-10, and this is her start ratio. I do need a bit more crit damage, but for now I think this is fine. As for Columbina, she's going to be on our standard support set, Prototype Amber and SMS. Official is going to be using the Skyward Harp and the Golden Troop. And lastly, we have Yahuda, who's going to be our support and healer. She's going to be using Favonius Warbow and the VV sets, which also shreds enemy resistance. She provides 100 EM to whoever is the active character she heals. And I believe this team is actually pretty decent. Let's see how it does.
As you wish, mein Fräulein.
You're not going anywhere! Ready!
The light will never die.
Shoot on sight! Three moons converge! My royal decree!
Strike them down.
Time to testify! Into the shadows!
Not bad. Not bad. Now to see how effective this team truly is.
A moonlit night for all. Smash and grab. Hand it over. Evil looks. Shoot on sight. Ready.
shadows. Time to test a bomb.
Friends converge. Wing. Smash and grab.
Ready. Time to test a bomb. Into the shadows. Hunt them down. Time to test the bomb. Into the shadows.
What the heck? What the heck was that? Well, it's done and done. Well, what more is there to say? Columbina makes any team that uses Lunar reactions stronger than before, while adding her own beat to the team, as well as unlocking potential Lunar team options to fiddle around with. With that being said, hope you all enjoyed the video and found it informative. Wishing you all a happy new year, take care, and I'll see you all next time.